Dear everyone, for those who don't know me, my name is Musidi Serelo and I hail from South Africa. This might be a long video. Some of you may choose to skip it, but this is for a video for those of you who are going through dark times. It is Sunday, the 27th of July, 2025. This video might find you in the future. It might find you when you need it, because this is my testimony of God and God's love in the darkness. Over the last 4 years, I've gone through what I call a spiritual awakening. Now, a lot of people have got different ways of explaining what a spiritual awakening, but for me, it is the death of the limitations we put on ourselves. It is going from darkness to light, as my podcast name is. I thought after 3.5 years, 4 years, I was done with my awakening. And in my mind, awakening was, okay, now I'm going to be abundant. God is going to give me money. God is going to give me everything I'd asked for. Was I wrong? So let me tell you, it started in July, end of June. I couldn't pay for my bills. I was like, God, why is it that I've done so much work and I've been so faithful to you that you deny me money? Unbeknownst to me, every time I'd run out of money, God wanted me to let go of things or people in my life that were no longer serving me. And this is now the third time I'd run out of money. And every time I'd run out of money, I'd have to make decisions. Okay, this one is no longer part of my life. And I had to go through everything. Before, I would be reluctant to let people go. But as I realized, I said, this is about survival. I need to look after myself and my child. Anyway, the first time I let go of something, the second time I let go of something, this time I was like, oh my word, there's so much I still have to let go. I also had an urge to clean out my house. And when that urge came, I knew God is like, you need to let go of the dead energy that's keeping you back. And I cleaned out my house and I gave some stuff away. I'm getting croaked up. So my child was supposed to go to a soccer tour on the 24th to 26th of July. She'd been praying for it. She wanted it. And they wanted the money about 2 weeks before, and I couldn't pay it. For some reason, I'd paid her full school fees when I had money. Another nudge from God, say, pay the school fees, and I did. And this time they wanted 6,300, and I was like, I don't have the money. In the school send me an email. I was like, oh my word, where am I going to get this money? And I said to them, I prayed, I said to them, can you give me till a week, Friday? They said, yes, we will give you till Friday. I then went and rummaged my house. Can you believe it? I couldn't find anything to sell, but the house is full of goods and stuff. But eventually I found my iPad and a few Le Creuset pots and pans, and I found a whole lot of stuff. And I went to Cash Converters, and they took my iPad, couple of two Montblanc pens that I wasn't using, and a suitcase and some stuff. The rest they said is useless. But it was enough for me to pay for my child a soccer. And the rest I bought small little things, items and groceries. I was supposed to go with my child to the soccer. I said to her, okay, I'm going to go with you to the soccer. But came the day I didn't have petrol. I had my little 2.5-year-old dog here, Muffins. She's there. And I was like, I can't leave Muffins. Where will I leave Muffins? And I tried to get into a boarding, but I couldn't pay. I didn't have enough petrol. And I was fighting and fighting and fighting for me to go to the soccer. And I don't know what video came through. Oh, it was a Mel Robinson video. She was interviewing somebody, and she even said, if you're in a situation and you are forcing something, let it go. Just let it go. Let it be. And I knew I was forcing to go to Nelspruit. And I stopped. I said, okay, I'm not going to be able to make it. I just can't. I don't have petrol. I don't have money for the hotel. Things are just not adding up. And also, I'm in the middle of something here. I could feel in my spirit that God didn't want me to go to Nelspruit. Anyway, cutting the story a little bit short because long, on the 24th to the 26th of July, I sat in darkness with no electricity. But here's what was amazing. I had muffins in my house. We sat in darkness. It was cold, but I had gas and had some food. I would be crying, and Muffins, my dog, would be looking at me. It's like, what's going on with you? I'd be crying, asking God, why are you doing this to me? And I would hear God's voice talking to me, telling me what to do. You need to flush out the things that are holding you back. And honestly, they came. The things that are limiting my light and casting a shadow on my light, they came. The stories I was telling myself. So I'm like, okay, the 24th, I do this. The 25th, I do this. I'm like, by the 26th, I'm sure God will bring a miracle. My daughter's coming back at 6 o'clock. I need to have electricity. I need to be okay. No. And I'm sitting there and I'm crying and I'm like, okay, I have given up. I don't know what more I need to do. And I remember I saw 13:13. Also saw 11:11. And then my sister called me and I was just like, I can see my sisters calling me. I don't know what to say to them, my family. And every morning we check in with each other, but I couldn't check in. I had no Wi-Fi. I had no data on my phone. It was just me, Muffins, the sun, a warm bed. And then I sent my sister an SMS. I said, listen, I don't have data. Within 2-3 minutes, my phone had data and all the messages were flooding. My other sister was asking what's going on. My mom was asking what's going on. My brother was asking what's going on. Eventually, I sent them all an email and told them, listen, I'm in a financial bind. I don't know. This is what's happening. Literally, my other sister bought me electricity. And my mom bought me groceries. And the month, I forgot to tell you, on Wednesday, I'd taken my dog, Muffins, for vaccines, believing and hoping there would be money that would go through. And the money didn't come. My card was declined so many times. I remember the 4 ways that I sat there thinking, oh my word, must be the most humiliating, embarrassing moment I would ever have. I'm trying to call my mom. My mom is not answering. I sat there waiting to hear what they would do. And this lady came. I forgot her name. And she said, I understand. Can you just let us know when your mom is paid? I come out of the vet. I sit at the vet and I'm crying at the kindness from them. Come out crying. I have to fetch my daughter to go and take her to dance. And even the dance teacher I hadn't paid. I hadn't paid the music teacher. I haven't paid anyone. But I took her. Shame, embarrassed, but I just had something saying, go, go, go. So this weekend, coming back to my sister, bought me data. My other sister, when she heard I didn't have data, also bought me data so I could connect. She also bought me electricity. And my mom bought me groceries. I'm crying because we think we're alone in the world, but we're not alone. But what I wanted to tell you, the story is not about money. Money is energy. But money comes from the energy of love. And when you don't have money, like I haven't had, it's not because I don't have money. It's because I don't have enough love for myself. And I've always been a giving person. I've always given to everybody but myself. And when I heard God say, but I have to read it, sorry. I heard God say to me, you don't love and accept yourself. That was so horrible. And I thought about it. I was like, so true. And the debt represents how much love we give away and how much love we don't receive from ourselves. And I wrote some of the things down that I've overpaid everybody who I've had in my life. I've overpaid and under-received, and I can't find all of these things. And I wrote that actually fear keeps us in the darkness because it pulls your light away, and fear will go, you're nobody, you are worthless, you are not good enough. But that's not the truth. And I heard God say, when fear says something to you like you're not a nobody or you're not good enough, the truth is the opposite. So if fear says you're not good enough, it means you are good enough. If fear says you're unworthy, it means you're unworthy. If fear says you are a disappointment, you're not a disappointment, you are enough. And really, I'm trying to find all the things I wrote, but I can't. But what fear did for me is take away my power. What is my power? My power is self-belief. Where does self-belief come from? It comes from love. And so that's what fear does. And I can't find these things, but one day I will write them. So there was a belief that says, nobody wants me. I'm not lovable and not wanted. And then God said, but who doesn't want you? Who doesn't love you? Because if you don't love yourself, you don't accept yourself, you're weakening yourself. The second thing is fear works in the visible. It will go check out your physical reality. Meanwhile, it's planted the seed of it's not happening. It will like look at the trees with the brown leaves and will direct your attention. So fear takes away the attention from love to things that are not working out. It will go, look, you don't have electricity. Look, you don't have money. And of course, all your energy will go to that. And it takes away from the attention of, are you lovable? You are amazing. And even if electricity runs out, even if water runs out, it doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. And I learned that I attach meaning to events of life. Like now, the electricity's run out again, and I can hear the inverter, and I'm like, okay, it's run out. I'm not gonna attach it. I'm not gonna attach myself to that. What I've learned throughout this, and the funniest thing is, love is always there. Muffins, my constant companion, she didn't see what was going on. She didn't think, oh, there's no lights, there's no electricity. Oh, she could see in the dark. She can feel any slight movement. She became my alarm, and she became my constant companion. But the lies that fear told me is that I have no love. That was the biggest lie. And when my family came through and God showed me that I am love, I am beautiful, I am power, I am truth, I thought, wow. I don't know where the road is going to take me. I don't know what else God wants me to learn, because it feels like all the things that I've been telling myself are being flushed out of my system. All the fear that I've been telling myself is being flushed out of the system. But what God is telling me is, I'm held, I'm loved, I'm comforted, I'm embraced, and not just by my family, but by myself. But one of the things I want to tell you, the people who don't belong in your life will vanish. You will find yourself with the truth of who you truly are, who the people who you love are. And I just want to tell you, you are loved, you are held, you are embraced. And if you are going through a tough time, it's not God taking you through the tough time. It's your mind, your ego. And what God is saying, enough is enough. Your ego is not your boss. You are your own power. God, we are created in the image of God. Who is God? It's a spirit. It's an energy that lives within us. And God's energy is love, light, truth, Sometimes it can feel like God is unkind, but that's unkindness to show you where you're going wrong. When we go wrong, it becomes hell. It becomes hell. And it becomes dark and you can't see your way through. But when you decide there's God, there's love, there's light, then God will be there right next to you. Even in the dark, God is always there saying, come to the light, come to the light. It is your choice to go, whether I go to the darkness and the light. The other thing I learned is we're so attached to physical things. I was so attached to having money, to having a career. And God says, what about you? Who are you when those things are no longer there? Because I'm spirit, I'm love. When they go away or not, who are you? You have to ask yourself, who are you without those things? And it's a lesson that I've learned so many times. Who am I? I could rush now and say, oh, there's no electricity, which I used to do. But now I'm like, there's no electricity. It is what it is. But remember, in darkness, God is trying to show you you're believing a story that's not true about yourself. Look towards the light. Look towards the truth. Let go. When they say let go, let God, I actually understand what it means. It says let go of the fear and the beliefs and the ego that has you attached to an outcome. It has you attached to having money. It has you attached to having a great life. In money terms, we already have a great life. It's just don't attach your spirit to it. We already are abundant, already full of love. And thank you.